What is up, everyone? We're back with some three old men yelling at cloud. No, you're not living in a time warp. We're just doing more episodes of three old men yelling at cloud because we haven't did any D&D lately. So normally
That's
this would be
true.
after the roll, but you get more of us. So get ready for
Can't
the
have-
complaining.
Hey, I just want to put it out there that Diz has us blocked and Clan's Double Out Buck and I am Clan Diesel tonight.
Oh, you want to
That's
switch
true.
it back? We'll switch it back.
Oh God, Streamception.
It's amazing.
That's true. That's true.
So I am Dr. Diz DM, no matter what these two are. And to my left we have Double Buck and
I'm
Clan
Double Out Diesel.
Double Lot Diesel. We've got Clan Buck and Double Lot Diesel. Anyway, getting on with it. We're going to talk about movies that should have had sequels but didn't. And not sure why. Probably because somebody was stupid.
More than likely.
So we just came up with this idea maybe about 10 minutes ago. So if you guys in chat, have any suggestions, feel free to throw them out there. Who wants to start us off with one? I mean, I've got one if you guys don't.
I'm waiting for you guys because I run my mouth all the time. So I'm gonna let one of you two go.
There's so many good options. What about The Fifth Element?
Does it
Would
need
that
a
work?
sequel?
It doesn't need it.
Would it be the sixth element?
It would be the sixth element. No. Maybe they have a
That's
kid.
the element that he put into her at the end of the movie.
No, gee, wow.
Yeah.
The big bada boom.
I think in the next one it's the sequel's just Captain Planet.
That's true, because everybody knows Heart is the fifth element.
Yeah.
The Kwame shows up, Kwame and Wheeler and all of them show up.
Yeah.
Don't forget about Gee.
That works.
That's right, Gee.
Yeah.
And I forget her name, Svetlana, whatever her name is.
The Australian?
No, the Russian. Linka. Linka. And then what was the South American guy's name? I can't remember his name. With the monkey.
Was Kwame, and
no,
then
Kwame was the guy from Africa who was LeVar Burton. Little did we know that was LeVar Burton.
Know that.
Yep. He's not just Geordie LaForge.
To me, he is.
I can't remember the guy's name.
Let's look. Captain Planet characters.
Yeah.
Kwame? Matai? M-A-T-I. Matai? Is
that his name?
That's what it says.
I don't think that's right.
Scott Minville. There's Kwame Gee. It's M-A-T-I. Ever how you want
Mati. That was his name. Mati. That was his name.
I don't know how we didn't remember that.
Me either.
These are very common names.
That's right. He had the equivalent of Aquaman's powers, because both of them like touched, like he would bring his ring to his head and it would like, and then the next thing you know, he'd be like, "Come and help us," and fucking rhinos and shit would come and beat up, loot, and plunder.
Okay, I know it's off topic. Are we ever going to see a Captain Planet live action movie?
God, I hope so. Why haven't we? Warner Brothers, what are you doing? It would be. That would be. Also, right, so what's his name? The guy that does War Machine? Would he be Captain Planet?
Yes, Captain please. Planet? Turns up into fucking trees.
Captain Planet, motherfucker.
Well, if you're going to use motherfucker, though, Clayton, it's got to be Samuel L. Jackson as Captain Planet.
Listen, I like Sam Jackson. I just don't know if he could pull off Captain Planet. The other guy, the guy that does War Machine, could pull off Captain Planet because he did it.
Yeah. All right, so let's just take turns. So we'll say Buck next.
Well, let's see. A good movie. I mean, they could potentially try to redo not redo, but do a sequel to Judge Dredd.
The Schwarzenegger. The Stallone one? Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger. That's a hell of a judge right there.
Kill me now. I am the law. Come with me if you want to be adjudicated.
I don't think anybody'd want to go with him for that.
Prepare for litigation.
No, I want to see this movie.
Everybody, get to the courtroom now.
Oh God. Buck's dead.
No, I'm not dead. I'm nowhere close.
Just when you thought it was safe to go to court.
Arnold you were
Schwarzenegger.
Oh, you were talking about the Stallone one, right?
Yes. Even though the Carl
Schneider.
Urban one was okay too.
Oh God,
it was all right.
Stallone Judge Dredd, Jesus Christ.
I did like the dynamic between Stallone and Rob Schneider.
Well, Rob Schneider would have to come back for the sequel, right?
Yes, please. And he would have to bring Adam Sandler with him this time.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus Christ, Adam Sandler.
I don't know how good that movie would be with Schwarzenegger as the judge.
Well, there we go. We'll make a new Judge Dredd with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Adam Sandler.
And then Rob run around. You can do it.
Cut his fucking head off. He'll play that character.
Oh man.
I haven't even been watching your chat. Nobody's talking. Fine.
Nobody's talking in my chat.
Speak to the diesel. Do it.
Exactly. Baker, where's my damn stinky cheeses?
It's all in Diz's channel.
What the hell? All right, I've got one for you, but this movie had a sequel, but it deserves another sequel.
Okay.
So it needs to become a trilogy?
It needs to be at least a trilogy. Right.
We'll take it.
Short Circuit.
Agreed.
It needs a new one, and it needs to be okay. In the last one, he became a citizen of the United States. In this new one, they have to be they have to build a robot companion for him so that he can get married. That'll be the first robot marriage.
And he's what starts Skynet.
Yeah. And I guess we would bring back there wasn't a lot of actors in those movies, I don't think, but Fisher Stevens was like the big one, right? So
well, you can't. I don't know if you can bring back Fisher Stevens. Well, no, Fisher Stevens is not gone. The problem is that he's not Indian, and he played an Indian.
Hey, continuation. He could have been from India.
I mean, I understand that it would be nice to have him continuing the character because I liked it. I'm just saying that they'll probably get into trouble. I mean, so maybe not maybe a reboot. Maybe there needs to be a Short Circuit reboot.
Maybe a reboot. There we go. Johnny Five is racist. Goodness, Johnny Five.
Can we bring Steve Guttenberg back? Steve Guttenberg hasn't acted in 30 years. Can we bring Steve Guttenberg back?
I don't know. Maybe. Definite maybe.
Strong maybe.
All right. I got one. Beetlejuice.
They're supposedly working on a sequel to Beetlejuice.
Ooh, nice. We got a drink, so I got a drink.
Nice.
I only got water tonight, so I'm drinking water.
Oh, Matt Smith FTL came in with the tier 1 sub. 7 months in a row. Thank you, Matt. Appreciate that. Muy mucho. Oh, I got a hydration as well. Why did
I guess my next one. How about A-Team?
A sequel to the A-Team movie with Qui-Gon in it?
I don't think I ever watched that one.
With Liam Neeson.
Didn't watch that movie?
Liam Neeson.
Watch that one.
Yes, Liam Neeson was Hannibal.
Not watch that.
Yes, I agree. There definitely needs to be, because I like that movie. I thought it was a pretty good movie, because usually if it's a TV show that becomes a movie, the movie is shit. That movie was all right. If you go in expecting an A-Team thing, it works. All they did was move it up. So instead of Vietnam veterans, they were Desert Storm veterans and stuff that were out there. But it worked good. I thought he was good as Hannibal. I'm partial because Hannibal Smith.
I just missed that movie. I just didn't watch it. I have to go back and watch it.
Okay, we need to find somewhere where Diz can watch the A-Team movie.
All right, what's your next one, Clan? Because I've already got one loaded here.
You got well. Go ahead with yours.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Serenity.
Yes. Get right now, today.
Yep.
I will pay $50 for a ticket to the Serenity sequel, but they have to bring back at least Wash.
Yes, maybe as a robot or a clone.
Well, see, in the comic book sequel to Serenity, they did bring back Wash, but he was.
How did they bring him back? Oh,
he was like a clone of Wash. Yeah, but I mean, I would really like to have Book back as well. But I mean, I understand. I guess for story reasons, somebody had to die, but they have to bring Wash back. It's a no-go if Alan Tudyk is not in the movie. But yes, I will give you $50 right now for just one ticket to see this movie.
I would even take it without Wash, but I really would want Wash in it.
Yeah. If it doesn't have Wash in the movie proper, then I want a post-credit scene.
Ooh.
Where he walks onto the ship.
What if he's the AI on the ship or something? Would that be acceptable?
Yeah, I'll accept that. That. But then it's got Serenity cross Knight Rider at that point.
Right. They put those little lights on the front of the ship.
Exactly. Serenity's going through space, and there's just a big red light on the front of it going back like this.
Well, at that point,
the three lines for the voice modulator on the console.
At that point, though, that's more like Battlestar Galactica with the Cylons.
That's where the scanner light for Knight Rider came from. Little known fact: the same guy that made Battlestar Galactica made Knight Rider.
That's what I'm saying. But if you're in outer space, it's more like Battlestar with the Cylons than it is Knight Rider.
But yes, I don't know if everybody knows this, but I am a huge Firefly Serenity fan, so I will take that movie every day.
Also, does A-Team supposedly streaming on Hulu?
Oh, there you go.
I would say I watch it tomorrow, but I'm not. I'm going to watch Stranger Things tomorrow.
You know what? At least he's honest about it.
I mean, we know Clan won't.
What?
Watch Stranger Things tomorrow.
I mean, I may. I'm just afraid that I'm going to get in trouble from my wife.
That makes sense.
You can always rewatch it and not say anything.
No, I can watch Miss Marvel because she's not watching Miss Marvel. But she was like, at first she didn't want to watch Stranger. I was going to start off at season 1, episode 1 again, catch her up. She's like, I'm not going to like this show. Don't worry about it. You can just watch it. Then I started watching season 2 because I was working from home that week and I wanted to keep watching it. and then she got into it. So now she's into it, and I don't want to ruin that because it's very hard to find a show that we both like together. So
it's really important.
It is. Although, also the good thing though, my wife, big fan of Serenity and Firefly as well.
Wow. That's amazing.
It is. It is. I like it a lot.
All right. Do we got another one?
I mean, Clan skipped his turn, so
he did skip his turn. Yeah,
did skip my turn. Shit.
And he still ain't came with one.
I said, well, I came up with Short Circuit. My next one would be probably. I'm going to go with Friday the 13th. There's a lot of sequels, but I would like to have another sequel or a sequel to the reboot, something like that. I'm a big fan of slasher movies. I like them a lot. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, though, right now the copyright is held up in court, so nobody can do anything. That's why they stopped doing. That's why they stopped putting out DLC for the game, is because nobody knows who owns the rights anymore. But that's I would like to see that. Just because Jason Voorhees is my favorite.
What about Nightmare on Elm Street? You don't like him? You don't like
Freddy? Nightmare on Elm Street is good, but I don't like the new Nightmare on Elm Street that they did with the guy that was Rorschach in what was that stupid movie with the blue guy, Dr. Manhattan?
Watchmen, yeah.
He played Rorschach in Watchmen.
You didn't like Watchmen?
No, Watchmen sucked ass.
I thought it was pretty good.
No, that movie was.
It wasn't like a great movie, but it
was not even an all right movie. That's 2 hours I'll never get back in my life.
I guess Clan doesn't like blue dong on the screen, so
no, not a fan.
Well, we know where you stand on this.
Although he's just waiting
till Avatar 2 comes out.
That Smurf Pornhub parody. No, I don't like Avatar either. No, I didn't like Avatar either. I'm like, why the hell are they making a sequel to this movie? I'd rather have a sequel to Titanic.
For some reason, it's like one of the most popular movies ever.
Yeah,
I know, right? But like, I didn't.
It was okay.
One of that
it was.
Yeah,
it's just the ponytail thing. The whole ponytail genital thing was weird. I don't know.
You have sex with your ponytail.
I mean, they had sex in VR on Demolition Man.
True, and they made it freaky. like it would be.
Yo, what the hell is that, yo? The horizontal mumbo, Jimmy Janga, that's another movie. I'm going to take my turn right now. Demolition Man.
Damn straight.
You're welcome.
It needs a sequel, and they're supposedly working on it.
With Wesley Snipes?
Well, I don't know how they would do Wesley Snipes. Probably a cloning thing.
Didn't he?
Maybe.
Well, he died.
Snipes died.
Yeah. Spoilers. He's frozen, and then they shatter him. They Terminator 2 his ass.
Facts. Nice. However, his head didn't shatter, so maybe they thawed it out and got genetic.
Well,
material.
That's the big thing is like, will it be him? Will it be another bad guy?
Okay. We don't need Wesley Snipes, but can we get Dennis Leary back in there?
Yes, it has to have Dennis Leary or we're not doing it. I mean, 100%. 100%. Also, here, random piece of useless knowledge, part 2, chat. In Demolition Man, sometimes when you watch it on TV, there'll be 2 different restaurants that survived the restaurant wars. One of them is Taco Bell. And then the other one is Pizza Hut. So if you're watching TV and Demolition Man comes on, or you got a copy of Demolition Man, you throw it in your DVD player and you watch it, and it's Pizza Hut instead of Taco Bell, you're watching the international release. because they changed it for international release because Taco Bell wasn't in all the foreign countries at the time the Demolition Man was made.
So they didn't get the joke.
Exactly. They wouldn't have got the Taco Bell joke. So they got Pizza Hut because apparently everybody knows Pizza Hut. So yeah, in the international version of Demolition Man, instead of Taco Bell, it's Pizza Hut.
Ooh, I got one. I don't really want them to make a sequel because they can't have the actor I want in it.
Oh, Lady Chaotic just rated with 9 viewers. What's up, Lady K?
Right.
What is going on? What up, Sly? What up, lady? What up, ladies chat? What up, all you sexy people that are coming into channel now to see us talk about movies and stuff? Hello.
You sound like Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory.
Welcome to my laboratory. That's like Dexter's Lab now in the current. He's 40 years old and drunk because Dee Dee finally blew up the lab. I used to have a laboratory. It was good until Dee Dee showed up and blew my shit all to hell.
Could we have a crossover with Dexter's Laboratory and Dexter?
Oh my God, that would.
Were they the same person?
Oh my God, that would be crazy. Well, Traveler TTV, thank you for that follow. Appreciate it. What up, Lady Kate? We are yelling about movies that deserve sequels, or even movies that had sequels, but they were like 30 years ago. They need a new sequel.
Can we get a can we get a sequel to Masters of the Universe, but none of the casts that were in the first one? And it be on Eternia instead of in the fucking planet Earth.
You don't
That's called a reboot.
Back as He-Man?
No, I want it to take place on Eternia after they've came back from Earth.
Right. Okay.
Can we have Schwarzenegger as He-Man instead?
I mean, that'd be like throwing Conan the Barbarian in there at that point, is.
Sly,
he done played that role.
That's true. Sly, we could do the replacements, but we need another NFL strike. Or we need a different sport that had a strike like that. Lady K, I threw out Titanic a minute ago. I said I would rather have a sequel to Titanic.
How are you going to do that?
Avatar.
How does that one work?
How do you bring the Titanic back from the ocean floor, put it back together, and then sink the fucker again?
Two things. Okay, one, we have a serious Titanic movie where they raise the Titanic from the ocean floor, rebuild it, and have a new maiden voyage of the Titanic 2 or whatever. And it's just fate once again that the Titanic gets hit by an iceberg again and sinks, and then there you go. Or you do a comedy, Titanic 2, The Search for More Money, where it is again, they've made a new Titanic or whatever to try to rip off people to go on this voyage of the Titanic and recreate the voyage that it was supposed to have. But no, then again, iceberg.
Okay, I got a better one. It's a total reboot, and instead of on a ship in the water, they're in a spaceship, and they hit a space iceberg instead.
Here's the funny thing about that. There's an episode of Doctor Who
that they do that,
where he gets hit by a spaceship Titanic that is made to look like the boat so that aliens could ride on it and visit Earth. So there you go.
Follows them after. Well, they can't follow everyone after.
And there's severe trauma with boats. You know what? That's fine.
Hey, just so you know, Clan, Titanic 2, the actual ship, is set to set sail this year.
Well, there we go. There's our sequel.
Late.
Well, no, when it wrecks and sinks, there's your second movie.
Yeah, space iceberg. You mean asteroid? That's true. Yes.
Well, if it's a space iceberg, it'd be a
technically
comet.
A space iceberg, would be a comet.
A big comet, right?
The Titanic spaceship is hit by Halley's Comet. or what if this? Okay, 2 sequels in one. It's the Titanic. They're on it. The new voyage. They rebuild the Titanic. They do on it. The Titanic is hit. Everybody thinks it's an iceberg, but it's secretly a Russian sub, and it's the hunt for Red October 2.
And then we have to send astronauts up to land on it to blow it up, and it's Armageddon 2 also.
Exactly. You got to send astronauts up to fight the Russians that have built a space platform in space. I like it. We got this. Who's going to finance our movie?
Can we just instead of doing the Armageddon part, can we just retrofit Mighty Mo to go into outer space and do what they did in Battleship?
Maybe. We need a sequel to Battleship.
Yes, that was my next one.
I agree with Buck. Battleship. Okay, all right. Sly, I've got it. This is how we finally get Titanic 2 mixed with another sequel. Okay, it starts. There's the end. It's a very short movie, but it starts out with Rose and Jack there. She's on the door. Jack's getting ready to fall off dead. All of a sudden, there's a couple of flashes of light. A flying DeLorean appears. They lower something down and get Jack out of the water and put him on the door and then fly away. Boom, Jack survives. Back to the Future 4.
I like the other version where it's like lightning starts to happen. All of a sudden, a telephone booth comes down.
Okay, we'll do that one.
Lands on a door, actually accidentally knocks Rose off into the water, and as they open the door, and they both fall into the water and die.
Yeah. Well, what we don't know is
Bill and Ted's attempt to trying to save them.
Oh no! Most non-triumphant, most heinous.
And that would be a better movie than the last Bill and Ted that I saw.
I haven't watched the newest Bill and Ted movie. I need to watch it.
Oh, I really wanted it to be good.
But Diz scares me about it.
I have to rewatch it. I don't know.
Listen, you don't like our movie ideas, lady? I think they're great. I would go watch these movies that we're making.
I would like to see another Jonah Hex.
I actually haven't seen that one.
I
know about it.
I'd like to see the second one. Because I mean, he's a comic book character. They so could go further with that than where they ended.
Well, now he appears in it's not the same guy, but Jonah Hex appears in Legends of Tomorrow, the TV show.
Yeah, but they could still further his story into other supernatural stuff.
Yeah.
How about a new Constantine movie?
Mm-hmm.
Here's my thing with that. Well, he wants to do one, but here's my thing with that. I like the guy that plays Constantine on the TV show too much. I want a Constantine movie, but I want it with him.
You're talking about the cartoon, right?
No, this is
the actual live act. Okay,
yeah,
because they do have a cartoon show too.
Does he know Kung Fu? I mean,
no, he smokes and drinks a lot, and he's actually English.
It probably worked better.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't have no Kung Fu when you're drunk.
Well, I mean, you're drunk monk style, right, or whatever it is.
Drunken master. You're just wobbling the whole time, dodging everything. You aren't really fighting. You're just dodging because you're too drunk to stand up straight.
Here's one that Buck has talked about.
Warcraft. The Skyrim remastered. Nice.
Well,
yes.
I feel like that's in the works already.
Oh. I hope it is. I really enjoyed that movie.
From an email I've read.
If you've ever played WoW or Warcraft back in the day, the movie, you're like, I've been there. Especially if you've played WoW. If you've ever played WoW, you're like, I've been there.
They even have Goldshire in the movie.
Yeah. When it showed it and it went into the end there in Goldshire, I was like, shit, Sally, we were there. We've been in that room.
But see, the next movie has to take place at the tail end of the first one, or everybody will be lost.
Another
and by that I mean
movie.
And what I mean by that is they have to have found Thrall and imprisoned him, and then go from there, because that's what starts the whole transition of the warring factions. Is when they break Thrall out of prison.
Yeah.
So they have to start from there, or they'll fuck the timeline up.
That's true. All right, chat. Two things. One, I've never watched Sky High, so I don't know anything about it.
It's got Kurt Russell in it.
I apologize. Number two, yes, a new Scooby-Doo movie. I would like.
I'll take Sky High.
But here's the thing: if they do another Scooby-Doo movie, would you want a totally new cast, or would you want the same cast from the other Scooby-Doo movies? Now, because I'm a real big fan of Matthew Lillard as Shaggy.
I want it to be like a Brothers Grimm version of Scooby-Doo.
You want a dark, gritty. All right.
I've never watched that movie. Scooby-Doo.
You've never watched Brothers? Oh, you've never watched Scooby-Doo?
No, I have watched Brothers Grimm. I have not watched the Scooby-Doo movie.
Could we get another Brothers Grimm's movie?
That would be good too. Here's one.
Some of the other stories.
One of them's dead.
I'm not saying with the same people.
Yeah, good point.
Hey, there could be three brothers. You don't know.
If you recast it, then yeah, maybe. I love the original Scooby-Doo movies. I think they're great. Okay, I've got one for. Okay,
I've got one. I've been holding it for True Lies. Would it work as a sequel? Because they kind of tail it off at the end, like they're working together and stuff. But I don't know that it would work now.
It would work. I mean, you could do a sequel to it, but it would have to probably be new people, and you probably just want to go ahead and reboot it.
You probably have
to. But they're supposed to be working on a TV series
for True Lies.
A True Lies TV series. Yep. All right, I got this. This will scratch Buck's itch for greedy Scooby-Doo. How about this? And this is not a movie.
How do you know it'll scratch my itch?
Oh, I got a feeling. Okay, what about this? What if, now this is not a movie, but it could work as a sequel. A movie that is a sequel to a TV series. Like Serenity did with Firefly. What about a sequel movie? Supernatural.
No.
Damn. I really thought Buck would go for that.
There's too much shit you'd be trying to throw into an 1.5 to 2 hour movie.
No, I'm just thinking it's one adventure, one plot point. Think of it like an 2-parter episode. Well, one of the big episodes where it's multi-part, but it's one continuous thing.
Right. I understand what you're saying, but there's too much to throw into a movie. Like, that's what made Supernatural so big, was they took an episode and were like, we're focused on this one demon, one creature. And then the next episode, they didn't try to slam a bunch of shit into one episode.
Lady, will you back me up here? What do you think? Do you think a Supernatural movie would work as a sequel to the show? Because I know Lady watched Supernatural. Diz has no idea what we're talking about.
I think I watched like half of an episode one time.
Damn it, Diz, you're dead to me now.
All right.
Can't watch everything.
Lady says Zootopia.
I'm pretty sure they've got a second one already in the works.
They have to do that.
I'm
pretty sure that it's scheduled for the 2023 or 2024.
All right. Lady says we can't touch Supernatural.
See, told you.
We're not allowed to touch Supernatural.
I mean, if Clay wants to try to fix a show that needs a movie, How about we do Stargate Universe into a movie?
No, not universe. No, but that is a movie that needs a sequel.
Stargate.
Well,
Stargate.
But see, they took the movie and set the precedents, and then made the series.
Well, I know,
that literally followed it.
But what if you had a sequel to Stargate though that brought together SG-1 and Atlantis?
But I mean, you already kind of have that in Atlantis.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm talking about them doing something together. Both casts doing something together.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
They were separate most of the time.
But at one point, you did have both of them together. It was only like for 2 episodes.
Yeah, but I'm talking a big, grand thing. We've not seen them in 20 years.
So you mean like Stargate Compendium, except for putting Atlantis cast in with them?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, you could have SGU show up, but you don't have to. I'm not going to cry over.
But that's your favorite seasons.
No, it's not. That's no one's favorite seasons.
Hey, it was somebody's. It went more than one season.
Surprisingly. Real Steel.
I mean, it kind of told the whole story.
All right, here's one.
I don't think I've watched that movie.
Real Steel's the one with Hugh Jackman. They find a robot, fix him up, and then fight with him.
That's the one with the Xbox 720 thing around the stadium, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't watch that movie.
But it just kind of told the whole story there. It was kind of like Over the Top, right? With Stallone, where it was a one and done. They told everything in the movie.
All right, I will take your word for it, lady, and try to find that movie so I can see it.
All right, Diz, what's the movie?
Could we have another Wayne's World? Would it work?
You could. Wayne's World is timeless.
Yeah, but with the same people.
I mean, you can't have Wayne's World without them.
You can't recast that.
No, there's only one Wayne. There's only one Garth. There's only 2 people that can swing.
So apparently, Real Steel 2 has a movie teaser that was released in 2021. So clearly, they're already working on a sequel to Real Steel.
Oh, Little Matt brings up a good one. Biodome. With the Weasel.
Get him back into acting.
Free Mahi Mahi. Free Mahi Mahi.
If we're gonna do that, then we have to do an Encino Man 2. Was there an Encino Man 2?
I don't think so.
No, there was just Encino Man 1.
But you have to have Brendan come back.
Yeah,
that's true. You still have to have Brendan Fraser, which then brings back to our. If you're members of our exclusive Patreon and watch our pre-show, then you know we talked about The Mummy. Yes. How we got on this subject is we were talking about that there needs to be a new Mummy movie, but it has to have Brendan Fraser in it,
and follow the same timeline premise as Gears of War 4, where there's other people doing the archaeology and excavation, and then they got to go find Brendan to help them solve this problem.
Yeah, I don't know. Lady K brings up a good topic. You know, a lot of these sequels, if you go search for them, you'll find something on YouTube, but it's a fan-made trailer. It's not a real, honest-to-goodness trailer. So some people are like us, but they've actually went enough to where they've spliced footage together to make a quasi-sequel trailer.
Well, this is on IMDb. So,
well, that would be IMDb. I think would be for real.
It's talking about Anthony Mackie shares his pitch for Real Steel 2 and shows some brief clips of it, potentially having Hugh Jackman being a part of it. They're in final talks with him when this thing was released. So
Anthony Mackie can't do it. He's Captain America. Spoilers. He's Captain America, but now with wings.
I mean,
he's like the always sponsored Captain America.
Hey, all I gotta know, or all I want to know, is how's he going to get the angle trajectory of the shield to catch him airborne to where he grabs it and still keeps fighting.
The shield has its own physics.
That's true. It does.
I think the shield, the reason why you never see on the inside that he's got the part for his forearm and his hand is because it's just sent back to him through some weird magnet attached to his wrist right here.
Vibranium can alter the laws of physics.
Right?
Yep. Yes.
And then get shattered by Thanos. Because clearly nothing in the world can destroy it except for Thanos and his sword.
Well, Thanos is a big boy.
Well, like I said, lady, I didn't say that it was actively due to come out. They were pitching and teasing it coming out or being talked about in 2021.
Anthony Mackie is there trying to get a hold of
Hugh Jackman. Be like, we got to do this.
And be like, please, baby, please. That would be, but it got a sequel. You know, I would have said like Coming to America, but Coming to America got a sequel. It's also called Coming to America. Except it's the number 2. Okay, how about Beverly Hills Cop? There was 3 of them. Can we get one more?
I'd watch it for sure.
I would watch it too. I love the Beverly Hills Cop movies. I like those movies. I'd watch it. Or would you watch a Nutty Professor? A third Nutty Professor? If it was Eddie Murphy.
I would be curious. I would have to kind of watch it, but I don't know. It's not something I need.
That's true. Yeah, it's not something I need, but I would just be curious of how they would bring it back if they tried to do a third one.
Oh, don't mention that one, lady. Clan despises that.
Avatar to fucking A. Avatar.
See, told you. So,
listen, did you everybody likes something.
Did you see the new Doctor?
She meant the last Airbender one.
Oh,
that's worse. That's worse than the Avatar that he doesn't like.
Oh. It is worse. If you want a sequel to Avatar: The Last Airbender, then you have a sequel to the animated series that shows Aang, but as a grown-up.
Before Korra?
Yes, before Korra. Where they're setting up the city, and then they're discovering new bending.
Speaking of that, we need another Avatar series to come out.
So have y'all seen the Dr. Dolittle with Robert Downey Jr. in
it? No, because I heard it sucked ass.
I haven't watched it.
I liked it better than the sequels to the Dr. Dolittle with Eddie Murphy. The first one was okay. Wasn't not keen on all the ones that followed. So the first one there was fine, and then the one Robert did was better than all the sequels to the first one.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't watched that one. Yeah. Listen, apparently Diz and Buck like Avatar, the Blue People movie.
And have been waiting for years for the second one to come out.
I just think really it's weird that they have multiple uses for their ponytail.
It's just a neural link. I mean, they do it with the animals, they do it with the trees, they do it with each other.
Exactly. They're just doing it with anything that comes around. So
hey, it's Clan's hentai and they're blue.
So
because those are tentacles in those hair.
You're thinking that Avatar with the Neuralink thing is like the avatars are secretly like Johnny Mnemonic. He's hacking into his brain meat. And then his brain meat connects with the computer.
Well, I mean that's what they're for. Like when they link with the horses or the equivalent of the horses, they're not having to give them verbal commands. They're just mentally telling them what they want them to do.
But that's not the part that I'm talking about. I'm talking about later when they link their ponytails together with each other.
And you got
And
two
then
ponytails.
then you're like, well, they're doing that. What? And you're like, they're doing what to each other? But then she hooked up to a horse earlier. I'm like, I'm confused.
Also, how does that work? Because isn't the one dude like, isn't it a remote controlled mech basically? The dude Avatar.
He's laying in a bed, and he has put his subconscious or his consciousness into a blue model of these people.
But apparently it's a completely biological model.
Yeah, what they did was they spliced his brother's DNA and one of them into an embryo and made a legitimate creature, and that he could link his consciousness to. But when his brother was killed, he, being a brother, was able to link to it also.
My problem with Avatar was that, and it's been a while since I watched it. I only watched it the one time, and it was when it first came out. But I just remember it not being a movie that I thought was good.
Hey, I just want to put it out there that the humans and their devices they were riding around in reminded me so much of StarCraft. I mean, think about it. The general that's in his mech with the blade on his chest looked just like a Goliath. Their little helicopters look just like Wraiths. Like they made StarCraft, and then the blue characters are not considered Zerg or Protoss, but maybe that's the fourth race we know nothing about.
Maybe. I would have to watch it again to give you a thorough thing of why I don't like Avatar.
We all know why.
Maybe that should be an episode.
Too far out there for you.
We'll have Clan come up with a bunch of movies that he doesn't like, and we'll just berate him about them for an hour and
a half. See you, lady.
All right, bye, lady. Appreciate it. Hey, everybody in chat, if you're not following Lady Chaotic, be sure to do it right now after our show.
Or you could do it during our show and just come back.
Open that link in a separate tab.
Right.
And then do it now. But then come back. What I'm saying, don't leave us. We need the views. It's important. Not lady.
I don't think that they'd ever really be able to redo A Knight's Tale or do a sequel to it.
I mean, that would be good, but I mean, yeah, it's just...
well, I mean, not even with the fact that the main actor's gone, but I'm talking about like they kind of told the whole story from start to finish. Like they didn't really leave it opened.
I know, lady. But you don't have to tell them that. Exactly. Don't leave us. We need this. It helps my ego. Please. My ego is very delicate. I need it. It's the only thing I've got, chat. I need it.
I think Clan needs a Battletoads movie.
No. I will take a Ninja Turtle movie, but a reboot, because fuck those Michael Bay movies.
But I thought you wanted number 3 of Michael Bay.
No, let's just go back in time and continue that storyline off of when they come back from feudal Japan.
Or can we just go back in time and pick up where 2 left off and pretend 3 didn't actually happen?
Lady.
Yeah, we just redo 3, and they still go to feudal Japan, but they get Yosaki Yojimbo in there.
The rabbit. Go. Yeah, the rabbit. Yeah, they find the rabbit there. Yep. How did he get mutated in feudal Japan?
I don't know. That's what we would find out in the movie. See, you're already interested.
There you go. Yojimbo. What you find is 4 mutant rabbits And instead of Splinter, their master is a dragon. Yeah, I was. But with a coffee can and full baby rabbits.
Okay, so here's a movie that I know they're probably making right this very second. I don't know, probably not, maybe, but they need to.
Right.
Another Deadpool. I need another Deadpool movie.
Yes, I need another Deadpool movie as well. But you don't know how much I want a Deadpool movie that also has Hugh Jackman's Wolverine in it.
Love the
last
whole
one. World wants that.
Where he comments on that there's no other X-Men there, and then it shows a scene of them hiding in that one room.
Yeah.
But I mean, you do have Wolverine Origins, Clan. That has Deadpool and Wolverine in it.
Don't count. It does not count. that movie does not count. I will accept the Wolverine movie where he's in Japan. I will accept that, the Wolverine, I think that one's called. I like that movie. That movie is good. Wolverine Origins, we will just forget that it happened.
I mean, you have to accept that movie because they go back at the end of Deadpool 2.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he goes back and shoots the other Deadpool. And then did he also shoot Green Lantern? No, he shoots Ryan Reynolds while he's reading the script for the Green Lantern. There's a movie that needs a sequel.
Oh
yeah. But yeah, I would really like to have another Deadpool movie. Those movies are good.
How about a sequel to the Fantastic Four, the one with Chris Evans?
I'll take that. We talked about that in the pre-show.
I'm talking about bringing in some of the ones that the Fantastic Four hung out with in that one. In the comics, for the next one, before they put them in the MCU and start firing off all the randomness that they're going to be a part of.
I mean, you could, but who would you have there with the Fantastic Four?
Well, I mean, they could bring out the Silver Surfer after the fact, not the way he was to start with in that movie.
True, but if you play the Silver Surfer card, there's another card that's coming down right next to it.
Oh,
if Silver Surfer shows up, then that means the big bad guy is Galactus.
But if you want to add that to the MCU, then you bring Silver Surfer in, and then all hell breaks loose with Galactus in the next MCU movie.
That's true. Listen, I'll be honest with you. I really just want Robert Downey Jr. back as Iron Man.
It ain't happening.
That's what I want most of all. Give him whatever amount of money. Exactly. Whatever amount of money he wants, give it to him. Disney has unlimited money. So whatever it takes to get him back, let's do it. That's what I'm worried about with the MCU right now, is that I'm worried that they're going to bring in all these other heroes that nobody really cares about. I mean, people care about the Fantastic Four. But I mean, I don't know if anybody cares about all of the other ones. Actually, I think the best thing that they've done as far as the supplemental heroes, as far as bringing them in, is probably Miss Marvel. I think that is the best that they've done. Out of all the other little Marvel shows I've watched, I think it's it in WandaVision have probably been the best, and Loki.
Eternals wasn't bad.
I haven't watched Eternals. But apparently it's the worst rated Marvel movie ever.
On the Eternals, I can watch it, but I did not enjoy it really. I mean,
what's worse?
It's not like I hated watching it, but it's just like the story wasn't enough for me. Like the characters were almost like DC characters is what I was watching there instead of Marvel characters.
So what's worse? Eternals or the Inhumans?
Well, I watched. No, I haven't watched like the Inhuman. They have their own little show, right, or something.
Yeah, they had like 13 episodes, and then it got canceled.
I haven't watched them, but I did kind of like them a little bit in the Agents of Shield, because they kind of put them in there a little bit. But I haven't watched the series. I would say the Eternals are probably better than that, though.
I need an MCU movie where Coulson's back.
Yeah. Or just
That's
more
what
episodes
I need.
of Agents
more episodes
of
Agents of Shield. Yeah. I want to see the two scientists. What were their names? I can't remember. Fitz and Fitzsimmons. Yeah.
Yeah.
I need them to be on a show or a movie.
Yeah, I like the Hitman, those movies. And I don't know if the ones that came after were a direct sequel for that first one, but I liked Raylan Givens as the
I did like the
Hitman.
Raylan Givens. Yeah, the Tim Oliphant Hitman movie. Yeah, I liked it as well. I just like that dude. He's a good actor. I like him in everything that I see him in. He's good. Oh shit! I had one right here in my brain meat, and then you went to this thing.
I know.
I know what it is. I know what it is. I want a sequel, but this is very specific. I want a sequel to The Punisher that had John Travolta in it. And I want that same guy to be the Punisher.
Yeah. Just a different bad guy.
That movie is great. That Punisher movie is excellent.
That's a big ass Russian.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, 100%. But that is one of my wife's favorite movies. Is that Punisher movie. We have watched it 800 times. But I love it. It is a good movie. I didn't like the other Punisher movie they made after that with a different guy. I didn't think it was as good. I like that guy, the first guy, as the Punisher.
I'd like them to make another Red movie.
Oh yeah, I watched those. Those were good. I did enjoy those.
I mean, they did kill off good old Morgan Freeman.
Maybe they could say he faked his death. I pretended I was dead.
Can we get another Robin Hood movie with Kevin Costner and Morgan Freeman?
I mean, I'm for it. Or can we have Morgan Freeman show up in Yellowstone?
That would be an interesting Robin Hood movie because they're both very old at this point. So
exactly, yep. Yeah, the Kingman movies. I haven't watched the newest, The King's Man. I haven't watched that one. I love the first Kingsman movie. It was great.
The newest one's a prequel.
Not so much. And then the new one is a prequel, but I haven't watched it yet.
I've seen it.
I watched all of them. It was okay. That's the one where they come to America, right? Or is that the second one?
The newest one is where they're dealing with Rasputin and all them.
Yeah. The second one, they go to the jungle. That lady who set up it looks like a 1950s America
they come to America first, and then they
that one Scottish guy gets killed singing Country Road.
Yeah.
In his Scottish accent. He's there just getting shot up. Country road, take me home to the place I belong.
That's what William Wallace was really singing when they went to battle.
Even if those movies are bad, I like the fight scenes in them. So
the fight scenes are amazing. Also, I really like Samuel L. Jackson as the bad guy in the first one.
Yeah, that one was good. Yeah,
That was
a different
that was
role
very
than I've
cool.
seen him play.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I like that.
I thought he had the unique role in Unbreakable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I haven't watched the second one. What's it called? There's a sequel to that actually.
Is it the one with the young
It's Professor
young
X.
Charles, young Professor X in it. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it called Glass?
Yeah, I think it is Glass. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I haven't watched it yet.
And then the third one, they all three are together.
I tell you what I would like to see is another Austin Powers movie.
I could go for that. Yeah. I really like Austin Powers movies.
Do you need another Master of Disguise movie?
Nope.
Why, Clan? Was it not turtle enough for the Turtle Club?
No, it was not. You saying I'm not turtle enough for the Turtle Club? Yeah, I don't need another Master of Disguise. I could really use another Austin Powers movie.
But you don't want some little wiener and some tiny nuts.
Could we get another Addams Family movie? But it's the actors that were in the older movies. They're just grown up now, right? They're grown up, and Gomez, Morticia are gone. Maybe Morticia's still here, but Gomez is not there.
I don't know, man.
But it's like Wednesday and Pugsley grown up.
Well, Netflix is having that Wednesday Addams show that they're making.
There you go.
That is, I think, being made by Guy Ritchie. I think is making it.
Is his daughter playing Wednesday?
I don't know, but I know it's going to be on there. But man, I can't. It's hard for me to see a live action Addams Family without Raul Julia, which he was so good as Gomez. I mean, you would really have to get. I mean, there's the animated movies, the newer animated movies that are out.
Yeah, I've watched one of those.
But I'm like you. I would like to have another live action one, but I don't know who you would cast as those characters because Raul Julia was great as Gomez.
Uncle Fester's still alive and kicking.
Christopher Lloyd was great.
He's still alive and kicking
as Uncle Fester. I mean, he was right off of Back to the Future 3. It was great as Gomez.
Uncle Fester.
Yeah, as Uncle Fester, and then the lady, I can't remember her name, but the lady they got to play Morticia was actually very good at being Morticia. I mean, they cast the movie very well. They did excellent casting that movie, and I don't know who you would get to do that movie now.
I mean, not a reboot. I'm saying like Grandma's gone. Morticia is now Grandma because she's older. Wednesday
what you want
is grown up.
You want a Addams Family, the next generation.
Yeah. Continuation of that storyline.
I mean, maybe they did have that Addams Family Halloween special where they had the people from the show, but they were older. Like Wednesday and Pugsley were grown up, and they would have been replaced by Pugsley Jr. and Wednesday Jr.
Johnny Depp is in talks with Disney again?
Well, of course. That was a big cash money flow right there with Captain Jack Sparrow.
I'm surprised Johnny Depp hasn't sued a bunch of these studios for wrongful termination and stuff. Especially the people that made the Dumbledore movie.
Yeah. But you only got to see, like in the first one, you only got to see Johnny there at the end in the first Fantastic Beasts movie.
But he was all over the second one.
Right. But it's like they slowly phased him into the full, stream of the movie. And then this shit happens. And they shit can him. And then they're like, oh, well, we fucked up.
Yeah.
Well, you should have held off until you found out one way or the other.
Yeah.
People always jump the gun.
So, could they do a Goonies sequel? Are there enough of these actors that are still viable with the same people?
I think you could, or you could do it where it's the Goonies, but it's the, kids? The old ones are still there, but it's their kids.
Yeah.
Also, there was a sequel to the Goonies that was a Nintendo game for the NES called The Goonies 2, published by Konami.
I've seen it played. I did not play it.
I rented it at Pat and Tubby's video rental, located in the downtown Flat Lick metro area.
On the frontage road.
That's right. Now that building is now a highway. Yeah, I have played the Goonies too.
I think the problem with some of these things is they if they were to make that, they would like modernize it so that they would use all these special effects and all this crazy stuff, and it wouldn't be like it wouldn't be connected to the old movie. They need to kind of shoot it almost like they would have shot a sequel back then.
Yeah, you would like to see a movie like that done with practical effects instead of CGI.
Yeah, as much as they could.
Yeah. What about here's a sequel that we can never get, but I think we should have got one. Super Mario Brothers 2.
How about we just remake Super Mario Brothers and then go from there?
Well, I mean, they are. There's the Chris Pratt Mario Brothers movie that's animated that's going to come out.
Yeah, but I'm talking about live action.
I know. I'm just saying, dig up Bob Hoskins. Somebody get a necromancer. Dig up Bob Hoskins. John Leguizamo doing nothing, so he's available.
We got to get the necromancer from the TV show Legacies to raise him.
I've never watched that, but I trust your opinion, Bug.
The movie has to be like Mario Brothers 2, the game, where it's just completely freaking different.
Yeah, it's completely different
than the first one.
They're fighting Koopa's cousin Wart, who you find out is just evolved from a frog instead of a Tyrannosaurus.
Yeah.
So they got to grab a bunch of super scopes. I'm sorry, the de-evolution guns. Yeah, I think we got a movie here. Nintendo, call me.
And come to find out, the frog, before he takes over the kingdom and Mario has to fight him, is actually the frog from Blaster Master.
For a minute there, Buck, I thought you were going to say it was the frog from Frogger.
No. That frog gets splatted too many times.
Oh, man. All right. Any final suggestions?
I'm out of ideas.
I'm just hoping they don't screw up the remake of Blade, to be honest.
I am excited to see that. I want to see what happens. I want to see what they do with that movie.
Because if they don't screw it up, they can make sequels for sure. But
yeah,
it's not like a sequel, but I would like to see like more IT Crowd episodes someday. If they could ever do that. I don't
know. They ended that one.
I know.
As I mean, they came back and there is the end for that show. But it would be nice if they did an IT Crowd movie.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Chat, what would you think if you could have a sequel to any movie? What would you want that sequel to be a movie of? What movie would you like to see a sequel of? If you could greenlight any movie, what would you like to have?
Nuke Ohio says this is the most boring thing that they've ever seen in a long time. I'm not sure if that's their name or a suggestion. because I mean,
well, actually, that is actually the second time that comment's been made. The first comment was by your girlfriend during sex.
Facts.
Because if you can say things, we can say things too.
And you know what the sad part is? If they feel that way, why'd they stick around this whole time? Because I can still at them.
That's true. You're still there. We see you. Also, why do you want to nuke Ohio? That's mean.
I mean, I feel like Lady and Ellen and them should be scared and worried.
They didn't even nuke Ohio in Fallout. And they nuked everything in Fallout. But we appreciate your comment and we'll take your feedback under consideration.
There is a feedback button that you can use.
Don't forget to drop a follow.
So you can come back to see if we've made any improvements.
Exactly. We will try to improve the show just for you, Nuke Ohio. Also, but Zach says he agrees Ohio sucks. So there you go.
I mean,
now I've heard from a reliable source though that Cleveland rocks.
I've heard that as well.
All right. Any final suggestions? Anybody got anything besides you, Nuke Ohio? Because we know your suggestion is get better.
Yeah.
That's what his girlfriend said too.
Do better things.
Do better. But, if you don't like three old men yelling at Cloud, Nuke Ohio, maybe you would prefer watching one of our other shows, such as Saturday Night D&D with Not Actually Heroes. The Cataclysm is on Dr. Diz DM's channel that you're on right now, making your comment. That'll be on Saturday. Well, not this Saturday, but the next Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Or maybe you like retro games, in which you can watch Super Retro Game Show Extreme on Diz's channel or my channel Monday nights at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time.
We're just as boring on those shows too.
That's true.
But just different content. So we're playing through the Zelda games. Those aren't boring, especially the one we're playing is not boring because there's a clock.
Apparently, Nuke Ohio has never watched paint dry because I feel it's more boring than we are.
God, I hope so. If we're more boring than paint drying, we really got to revamp the show. Nuke Ohio, you got any suggestions for what we could do? Just asking. If you're going to say we're boring, at least we want some criticism's fine, but throw out some, constructive criticism like, hey, what about this? Or what about that? Not just, hello, guys, I was watching show and your show suck. I don't like it. It's very boring. Something more than that. Because we can't do anything with that. That's just like, okay, we're bored. How can we not be boring? I don't know.
Maybe more graphics.
Maybe you want to if we Michael Bay'd up this show, would it work? Maybe we need three old men yelling at Cloud Extreme.
All right, here we go. Here's some graphics. There's some explosions.
Explosion!
Wait. You said you want to get Michael Bay in here, so you want Ninja Turtles?
No, I want Michael Bay is explosions.
Now there's a disco party.
Turtles.
Disco party. There's the explosion.
And those were like mushroom clouds, so that's like nuking. Just pretend that we just nuked Ohio, and therefore you're happy now because we fulfilled your wish. Goodbye, Cincinnati. Everybody's pissed off now because we just nuked Gold Star Chili right off the fucking map.
Anyway, we're dragging this on now.
We are. I'm just saying, when you open the door, chat, we're going to walk through it because we're assholes. Buck has a PhD in asshole.
Facts.
So, but there you go. But yeah, we prattled on for too long, chat. and now we stopped.
All right, so I guess that's all. We'll be doing this again next week. Same time, 10:30 Eastern time. If you go to bed about that time, I mean, you can tune in and watch us. We'll put you right to sleep. I mean, 30 minutes at most.
That's true. Remember, according to our review from Nuke, Ohio, we're the most boring thing on Twitch. And that I don't believe, Nuke, Ohio, because there's people that are asleep.
My best part, guys, is on their profile. It says I make Halo modes instead of mods because they can't spell. So
maybe
there's that.
Maybe there is a mode. Is there a mode in the new Halo?
Oh.
Can you make modes? You can't do anything because there's no forge.
Well, from what I'm looking at, it's definitely mods.
Okay. Everybody go find Nuke Ohio's Halo mods or modes. One of the two. They're very good. Don't know. See, we're trying to be nice here. We're putting you out, Nuke Ohio. We're putting you out there. We're giving you, publicity.
Apparently, they have a Patreon. And they have 0 followers on Twitch, though. But they have a Patreon.
We don't have it, but you know what? We need a Patreon. Maybe that's the problem. Nuke
that's why it's so boring because we don't have Patreon.
Wants us to
didn't see the pre-show,
so he can watch the pre-show.
Damn.
Exactly. You should have just said that, Nuke Ohio. That would be constructive criticism. We would have did that. You say, hey, you boring fucks, make a Patreon so I can watch the good stuff. And we would have done it. But no, we can't now because you left and you're not hearing this. But I'm hoping chat loves it.
I've got it for next time. I'll have different camera angles for everybody, and I won't stay on anybody for more than 3 seconds. It just boom, 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 cut.
Extreme cuts.
That's what you need.
Which is also the
keeps the attention
of our future barbershop. That we're going to extreme cuts.
Anyway, now I'm getting bored. So let's
oh damn, we're boring ourselves. It's a vicious circle. We've become the thing we hate.
So let's wrap this up and get these kids off the lawn here.
All right. Oh yeah, that's my cue, chat. I'm sorry, I'm so boring. I couldn't take the cue. Damn. Hey, you kids, get off our lawn.
See you guys.
Bye, everybody. Especially you, Nuke Ohio. Love you. Don't ever change.